Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba does it again.
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Caney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What is going on, guys?
What is up?
Not much. Tommy's just shit the fucking bed.
You bet on him?
Yeah, that was my biggest bet of the season. And I had him in a money line parlay. Big L's. And they can't hit free throws. They couldn't fucking shoot the ball. They fucking suck tonight. Shitty performance for your last fucking game of the season.
But yeah. Weird implications with that game.
Teams that live and die by the three, that's for sure. Or
Yeah.
Tommies, you know, they live and die by the three. If they're not hitting, it ain't gonna go very well.
They legit
Shout out
just
to
like
Trash
17
Can,
in a
man.
row, though.
Shout out the Trash Can. I love I've been betting the Trash Can. I didn't bet him tonight, but
We need to clip that. We need to clip that from when I was on my hotel escapades and you were beating up the trash can.
oh yeah. I think I got a couple clipped. I'll have to go find it, but yeah, I started 2-6. Good to be back, by the way. Back on the pod. Sorry, folks. I've been delayed. I've been stuck in airports. Been dealing with some personal stuff, and so been delayed on all my brackets and picks. So I apologize for that. But also, we're back in full swing. I started 2-6. Wasn't too happy. Michigan State, Iowa finally did screw me. And then I went 2-6, but ended the night 8-8. So take it, lose a little bit, but not much. So we'll take it. Feeling good.
Survive in advance, baby.
Name of the game. Name of the game. What do you guys want to start with?
Let's start with maybe like looking at some tournament brackets and or what do you think? You want to start with the games?
Don't matter to me. I have to dip out in 45 minutes, but there's really like 5 lines that are really up, so it's not a whole lot of anything.
Let's do
for tomorrow.
Let's do the game. Let's do the games, then we'll do some look at some futures for the P5 tournaments and stuff. Sound good?
Works for me.
Yep. Elliot, how'd you do today? We all recapped. I'm 8-8. Julie seems to be like 5-3. Big Cat 16-0. So good for him.
Yeah, he's hot.
Let's see. 8-7, 8-8, 9-8 right now.
Oh, the Jim Irsay record. Nice.
Yep.
Famous Jim Irsay record. Huff looks healthy. Yeah, Jordan, it was good to get. I was working, so I was pretty busy, but still got a couple nights of good rest. So got to see Troy tuning in DC. That was fun. We hopped on for 10 seconds at the bar that Thursday night.
You have fun?
Good time. Yep. We played like 72 golf holes at the simulator on Friday, so didn't end up making the CAA tournament, but it was fun.
That's all right.
DC's kind of fucked to get in and out of, so we stayed north, and then I got to the airport, ate some airport oysters. Life was great.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Hey, close to the coast in Washington, D.C.
True.
Yeah, I don't know.
True.
Did Zach was wondering if you have the stats on that the third team matchup. Do you have any stats on that, or do you just like backing them when they lose 2 straight, or when they win the first 2 and then lose the third?
Wait, what?
Trevor,
Do you have stats? Oh no, it's just I have no stats. I just feel like they it's more familiarity thing. You've seen them. That'll be the third time you've seen them, so I feel like you're a little bit more aware of their scheme and whatnot, and just know how to counteract it, how to take away what they do best. How to play better, but it doesn't always work. I feel like it's been a little cold lately, honestly. So got to find a new angle.
No, I think that's not a bad angle, man. I mean, hard to beat a team 3 times. Obviously, if there's like some mismatch or they're severely outmatched or something like that, then that's one thing. But I don't think it's like one of those where you just blindly tail it every single time. But the majority of the time, if it's a team that's like evenly matched, like if you got teams that are evenly matched, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. You're absolutely correct on that.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It doesn't work. Nothing's 100%. So, except for Missouri Valley Conference unders.
Hey, that's not even 100%.
10-1, close enough in the gambling world.
Yeah, how about Michigan State? Michigan's trash. I'm so glad Dusty May's not coming to IU. That was the biggest phony talk. I was against it. Trash.
He's not trash. He just
played the stupidity card. He played the stupidity card today over the half court thing. He had no idea.
Yeah,
kind of weak. It's kind of weak.
Super weak, in my opinion.
Zach and Sammy, what's up? What's up, dude? What's up? Yep.
Hell yeah, Zach and Sammy, first time. What's up?
Let's go, Zach and Sammy.
Going on. Just
for
the right time.
Or is this Zach and Sammy and it used to be Sammy Stew? Or is Sammy Stew still here?
Who knows?
That's the question of the day right there.
Yeah, I could see that Michael first round knockout for sure. Yep. Hey, Zach and Sammy, love the show. Got to get up at 5 a.m. Hey, perfect.
Let's go.
Let's go.
5 a.m. sounds terrible.
Well, shit, staying up till 3 and then wake it. What's the difference?
Yeah, true.
I did that in DC. I was waking up at like 5 every day, but I would get decent sleep before not doing a pod till 2. But yeah, I mean, what? We don't have too many lines available. We could maybe try to guess a line for some of the games, but
there's 7 of them out. 7 or 8. Yeah. Not many games tomorrow anyway. Delaware Towson. I'll lay it with Towson. Towson's a wagon.
Delaware's hot though.
Wagon.
Delaware just Delaware just set the 3-pointers made in the conference tournament game. 18 today.
Yeah, and they put up 100. I want to see them do that against Towson. Towson got a little scared from Drexel.
They put up 80 against Stony Brook, 79 against Campbell. I mean, I know they didn't shoot well in the second half, but they almost shot 60% Delaware the first night. And then against Campbell, they shot 49, but they were able to get 67 shots off. I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, Trevor. I think it. No, I'm not defending them. I'm trying to make a point that they've got to play. You play that good for now your 4th game in a row, and then you're going to go walk in to see Towson's defensive efficiency and how Towson clamps people. I know these teams fight in the tournament, but I think Towson's due for that stinky 5.5 line. They didn't pull it off against Hampton, and they just would lose by the hook with this number to Drexel. But they were only laying 4, so they did end up covering. I'm with you. I think Towson and the CAA is going to have 2 of its top 2 teams in the championship.
Yep, I agree with you here. I'm also on Towson. I know. I think they got their scare out of the way here today. Kind of went on a little mini run at the end to kind of push it back, but then they ended up got close again. Towson hit a big 3 to kind of seal that today. I don't think that they're going to be this one probably not as it won't be as scary like it was today. I think they got their first one under their belt. They rolled a second game and get ready for the next. For the probably I'm hoping that it's Towson versus UNC Wilmington, a little rivalry in the championship game. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Wilmington.
Shout out Tommy B. We're at the bar watching you guys on the big screen. Arkansas State finish was a bad beat today. Yeah, tough.
Unreal. Make your fucking free throws. How hard you? That shit pisses me off. Just make your fucking free throws. Them and St. Thomas would have been an entirely different game. You just make your fucking free throws. I don't get it.
Hey, everyone at the bar. Nice to see you. No, just kidding. We want to booze. Cheers. Yeah. Thomas Skinner, guys, what's up tonight? Been down 2 days with illness, but getting back to it. Thomas, I've been out longer than that from the pod, so shout out. It's we're back. We're back, Thomas. We're back. So yeah. I love when 90% free throw shooters miss at end of games. Yeah, that Benini kid couldn't miss for Navy today, though. He was like 88.7.
He's talking about I'm guessing he's talking about the Arkansas State.
Probably.
Yeah, what the hell?
Unreal. And you know what was funny? You know how what's her nuts? Who do they play again?
Let's go, Jacob.
South Alabama. You know, they hit 2 threes all game. Their second 3 was the fucking one to beat the cover.
Yep.
When he shot it, I knew. I was like, this is going in. Yep, go figure. Go fucking figure.
Law of averages.
And did you ball hard Brit? Did you guys see Pepperdine win? Did I not see Pepperdine win? I took them plus 16.5. I love Pepperdine. Hottest team in the country. They're going to go to the Elite 8 at least.
Zoe 101, baby.
Yep, Zoe 101. Drinking Blicks all the way to the Elite 8.
That felt ridiculously big. I was going to bet Santa Clara, but I was like, no.
That line is huge for a conference tournament game.
I know. It felt like why? Like, why was it so fucking big?
And then I saw it was Pepperdine. I'm like, oh, fuck. I should have sprinkled the money line, but too many bets doing that crap. But
I know somebody who had the money line ticket 9-1. I was like, Jesus Christ, you're nuts.
I did try to get a big ticket. I tried to get with Charleston Monmouth. I was already on Monmouth. It was like a 2-point game, 65-63. Overtime was like plus 920. And then I go to put it in my bet slip. It jumps down to like plus 670. I'm like, that's fine. And then I go to place it, and then they closed it on me. I couldn't even place it. And then that game goes to overtime. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Hey, at least we still covered, though.
Yeah, but, oh, my God. I could have walked away with like 3 units from that or so, 4 units just on that alone. I was like, all right, but whatever. I wouldn't have counted that towards my record, but decent live bet. What do we got next out of the CAA or whatever's next?
Oakland Bob Morris.
Oh, man.
Kind of want to go to Oakland.
Should I go to this tomorrow?
Where's it at?
It's in Indianapolis.
You might as well. What else you got to do?
Old Pepsi Coliseum. Well, I was thinking about golfing tomorrow, but since there's not many day games on, but
is there even a day game on?
No.
Unless they've released some of these, like some of these conferences for some reason, dude. But no.
Yeah, I didn't think either of them had, or any of them had a day game.
No.
No, unfortunately not. Let's see this. This is on at 7, right?
7, yeah.
You know, I want to say the line's short, but I don't. I mean, I think it's just because they're getting priced with Oakland, a popular team. They're decent, and they've been there before and did it last year. But betting against Robert Morris has not been profitable, and I think they want to continue the season. The line does feel a little weird. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I've watched Oakland. Their defense is lackluster. I think Robert Morris can, with the better defense, and if they win that game down low, they will definitely cover this number. I'll take Robert Morris on the short spread.
Yeah, I think the Campy magic runs out here for Oakland. They're not as good of a team. I will say they are pretty seasoned. They got DQ Cole still. Got a couple good guards. They're another one of those teams that can live and die by the three. So they might be if they're hitting their threes, you could definitely see him advancing. I faded Robert Morris a lot throughout this whole year, and it has not been good for me. I've lost a lot of money fading them, thinking that they're kind of phony, but they seem to prove me wrong every time. So I'll back them here, and of course they'll probably end up winning by 1 or 2 or something like that. And I should have taken Oakland, but
yeah, I don't know. The line is just kind of feels like a spot to take Oakland, but I think I've tried fading Robert Morris twice now, due to just how lucky they've been all year, but they just keep getting it done. I think I'll just take Robert Morris. They've got fucking a horseshoe up their ass right now, so I'll take that. And then you do got a little bit of name brand with Oakland. That might be keeping this line a little low right now too. I'll take Bobby Moe.
Cool.
Arkansas State's laying 2.5 against Troy.
wrong team favored. I'll be on Troy money line here. I think Troy wins this outright. I think Troy. I think I said it when we were doing the show the other night. Trevor, I think Troy's the best team in the Sun Belt, and I think they're going to just keep it rolling here. They took care. They dispatched of James Madison today. Arkansas State. They're good. If this was at Arkansas State, obviously I'd be taking them, but this is obviously not. It's a neutral. I think Troy wins here. I think their defense, how they can really out physical Arkansas State and their guards. I really like Troy in this matchup, so I'll be on Troy money line. I just think they win it outright.
Yeah, Troy for me too. They're bigger. They can rebound. They force turnovers. And they get to the line. I mean, their 3-point shooting is a little bit of a struggle, but they have a big size advantage to get inside. They shoot free throws really well. They rebound, I know they have some turnover issues, but they've been pretty good with the ball lately. I'll take Troy laying the 2.5 or catching the 2.5.
Problem is, I think this is going to be one of those that flips. Looks like Zach's already saying that the line moved to 1.5 on DK. So I bet Arkansas State is getting points by tomorrow morning.
Well, if that happens, I can't bet Troy.
I will be betting Troy. I'm betting Troy right now, actually, just to get ahead of that.
Line flip.
I'll be betting them on the money line, get the best price.
I was like, I was kind of MIA the last few days, obviously, but I was dying laughing at Trevor be like, FanDuel boost cash out. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It was like line flip, cancel. I can't remember the team. It was like line flip, cancel, now on this team or whatever.
Yeah, and it worked out both times. Dude, I posted my Michigan pick, and I this morning, and someone I forget who.
Sports Jacob.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might have been Jacob. He's like, yeah, Michigan's boosted up to 10.5 I was like, yep, that's a no go for me, Ghost Rider. Fucking Michigan State. I put 2 units on it. It was sweat free.
Oh yeah, I was on Michigan State as well too. I was heading back home, but once I looked at the scores, like 50-32, 50-36 or something like that, and damn, they were up like 27 or something. So
yeah, it was never a doubt. I think it got a little tight at one point, like at 12 points, 11, but it was never really in doubt.
Line flip, cash, cancel, switch to this. That the boost one, I was dying laughing at. I was like, that's so true.
I was dying at that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a 7.5 line. We'll boost it up to 10.5 for you. Here, we'll give you 3 points, guys. Yeah, fuck no.
We got you, dude. We got a tweet man at the library on that one. I'm gonna quote tweet him under the bottom. Be like, look at this savage. He read the line. He saw what they were telling him, and he knew the codes. He knew the codes. You guys are wrong on the codes here. I will take Arkansas State money line and buy the juice a little bit.
No, wait.
Just wait. It's already moving the other way.
That's what I'm saying. I'll just wait. You'll probably get down to like a -120, then whatever, -115 pick them. But yeah, I will take Arkansas State here. I'm doubling down on the future. It may be something to do. Maybe not the smartest thing to do, but we're not here to hedge. So yeah, give me Arkansas State. I think they're the better team. And I think when a team has been rolling teams in the conference, they've done so with Old Dominion. They've done so now with not South Alabama, James Madison. Yeah. Now you're getting into a situation where Arkansas State's played 2 pretty close games in Marshall and South Alabama. And I think this game will be close, which is why I'm not laying any points or we'll be taking the money line. One team has already experienced the close game in this arena, while Troy's been kind of just walking through these games and demolishing. So, I mean, I can see, obviously, they've been dominating. They keep the momentum rolling. But I'm going to be on the other side there and take Arkansas State and the fact that they've played the close games. They both split the season series. Both teams have great defense. Arkansas State tad better offense. I am worried about the down low, to your guys' credit. But I think we see more of an outside game on a neutral. So, yeah, give me Arkansas State. It's going to be a great game. Great game.
Yeah, if this flips, I'll be on Arkansas State then. But if it doesn't, I'll be on Troy.
Oh, it's flipping, so.
System.
Double battle. Double battle.
If it does, I'm going to battle one of you guys. I'm not sure who yet. But
both of you motherfuckers. Smoking both your motherfuckers tomorrow.
Well, Troy flips to a favorite after being 2.5. That's always good. What's my edge, bro?
Yeah. I would like to hear your edge, bro. Yeah, fucking that man in the big guy bums me out. Evening boys, watch my last 3 and say, shit, but let's get it. Yeah, sorry, Cup of Joe. We'll get it. Long march left. A lot of march.
Yeah, let's pray fucking the dingle nuts up in where the hell's Washington State out of? What is that?
I think Arkansas State opened as the favorite since they're the top seed in the Sun.
Pullman, I think.
Pullman, yeah. Let's hope these Pullman dipshits cover this 5.5 tonight.
Oh God, I have not bet this game.
It was a standalone late night game. Gotta bet it.
All right, I'm betting San Francisco when they go down like 10-0.
Well, they're up 21-17, so.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, are you watching?
Nope.
Clearly.
Let's go, Adam. Yeah, I'm back. Picks will be updated now, for sure. 8-8 tonight, though, so lose a little bit the juice. But, hey, that's the price of admission when we do this.
Yeah, Saturday was a brutal day. Five collapses and hooks. Really will fuck your day up. Shout out Baylor for somehow covering that game. I got Utah So I got 2 miracle covers late, and then I did bet UC Davis because it was on at the bar, so I live bet them, and then they covered by I think like 1 or the hook, 1 of the 2 with that fucking pointless 3 late. So got a little back, but still terrible.
How about my Hoosiers in the tournament making a longer run than Wisconsin will in the bracket?
They're just letting Klesmik get healthy, get the losses out of the way.
3-1. What odds would you give me for the Hoosiers to make it further than Wisconsin in the NCAA tournament? If they make it to the same round and lose, it's a wash.
Nope. Then it goes to point differential.
No, it's a loss. Or push.
A
wash.
Are we doing this now or when we see the bracket?
We can still talk about it, but yeah, now. And we will be having a Selection Sunday watch party, so we'll advertise that all week. Selection Sunday watch party. 6 Eastern.
I don't know. What? 2-1, 3-1?
I think I need a little more than 2-1. I think
that's what we're booking. That's what we're booking.
5-1.
I think 3 should be the minimum if the Hoosiers are 11 or 10, while Wisconsin's a 3-4.
Hey, it's my book. I make the lines.
Well, we'll be negotiating this all week. Let's move on. Pick the rest of the games before you have to get out of here.
Wofford, Furman.
Oh, baby.
God, this line feels too easy for Furman.
I mean, not really. I mean, both this team, they're going to be packed. Furman brought fans. Wofford brought fans.
This is going to be awesome. I can't wait for this.
Furman's
it's my favorite mid-major conference, without a doubt. Always has been. Favorite mid-major conference. Dude, Furman's just caught fire at the end of the year, winning 4 big games. I mean, Citadel and VMI, but they just played each other, too. One at Wofford.
Wofford lost their last 5 home games.
Just crazy seeing this is the I was looking at how Furman's they're the 5th seed or whatever, and they're 24-8. I'm like, this conference is awesome. Every team is 23-7, 24-7.
Yeah, the top of this conference, top 6, are all the same.
Yeah,
any of the top 6 could win.
I don't know. Furman's actually played a tougher schedule though in this tournament, this bracket. I mean, Sanford and Chattanooga snuck past Chattanooga. Fucking Chattanooga making free throws. Wofford, who they have? East Tennessee State. Okay, I'll give them that one. But VMI was due to get blown out whenever they lost.
I think I'm going to go Furman.
Wofford shoots 66%, Furman 69%. The line, nothing special either way. Wofford can rebound, though. They've been playing really damn good. Furman's found ways to win. They're on a stretch.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Furman here. I like this Furman team. I think Wofford is they had a good draw to the tournament, especially with VMI upsetting UNC Greensboro, right? Now, like you said, Trevor, to your point, Furman played a little bit of tougher schedule, and they've shot well. And I think this game's going to be rocking with both fans. There's not really too many advantages from both sides. I think this is going to be an evenly matched game. But I just like the way that Furman kind of spreads the floor, moves the ball well. And I think what we saw from Wofford is an easier draw, and that Furman's proven to have been the better team all this season. So I'll go with the better team here. Give me Furman.
You don't think there's a little bit of tax on their name? They were just in the tournament 2 years ago, and they beat Virginia.
Wasn't Wofford a 10 seed in the tournament not too long ago either, and got a dub?
Well, yeah, but people remember that Virginia game. Name bias. I mean, I want to bet Furman. This line's just kind of weird. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hope I see a Furman +1 at some point, and then I'm gonna hop on.
It's a championship game. What do you think they should be laying? They've been a close game every year the time they played.
It's fair. I'm gonna sit back and hope this flips. If it flips, you know what to do.
Jen, I disagree. I disagree.
He probably has a terrier.
Yeah, you definitely have a terrier. They're yappy, but yeah, a knight. Paladins are awesome.
Lenardi's got him
Great. We play fucking St. Mary's again. Great. Well,
if they play St. Mary's, I'll give you 5-1.
We won't play St. Mary's because Joe Lunardi gets that. So that's perfect. Dude's wrong. I want to play Arkansas in the first 4. That would have been sweet.
Yeah, I'll be on.
Oh, you don't want the Hogs, buddy.
I'll be on the Paladins here.
You don't want to see the Hog.
Tell me what the fuck. You don't want the Hoosiers. They're hot. They're just as hot.
No shot. Hogs are.
Oh yeah, Coach Calipari, the guy that didn't want to play anymore against IU Kentucky, and backed out of that rivalry. Just wait. It's a perfect matchup for the NCAA to do that. Perfect matchup.
That was years ago. This Hogs team, the best team he's probably ever had, to be honest.
What? Dude, all I'm saying is Cal has a vendetta against IU. They don't like each other, and no one wants – people will remember that, at least IU. It doesn't matter if it's years ago, buddy.
Yeah, well, if you get the Hogs, you're cooked. That's all. I'm just trying to forewarn you a little bit there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on the Paladins here. I think they're personally, I think they're the better team. I also think that they've got a couple guards that are just buckets there down the stretch. You saw today PJ Smith to that step back to tight, send it to overtime. I think that's going to be – he's a shot creator, shot maker. Him and Nick Anderson, I think they'll both be able to kind of down the stretch get the buckets that they need to. Also, Furman really likes to guard the 3 really well. Which I think that's where Wofford tries to rely on a lot of their points. So I think it's suffocating deep performance from Furman. So I think Furman wins this. So I'll be on Furman.
Let's go.
Sounds good. Montana State versus Idaho State. Idaho State's laying a 1.5.
Some starch.
Starch madness.
Starch madness, baby. What's the Montana score right now?
20 or 51-63.
They're pulling away finally. Yeah. Ken's in the chat saying you definitely don't want his Hogs.
Definitely don't want Arkansas. Bring it on. We'll want anyone. Give me Duke. I don't care. It's a miracle team. I'm not afraid of it. What I'm worried about Arkansas. They're the same team. Two same teams, same preview. This is a classic NCAA matchup. They'll be talking about it. They had similar paths, similar seasons. A lot of hype going in and a lot of NIL spent. Arkansas. Crown them then.
I will.
Give me
Indiana.
Give me I'll take Montana State. They fare well in this tournament as a program. Been here more than Idaho State has. And I like that Montana State coming off 2 big wins. You know, they beat Idaho State already, and they both split. I think Idaho State's much better at home than they are, and yeah, I don't know if they're going to be good on a neutral. We'll see, but I think Montana State's been here before. and they always do it when it's least expected as well too. So give me Montana State here.
Yeah, this is a tough game. This is probably the one game that I'm least confident about out of all these games. Just look at them. I will kind of side with you. However, I will go on the Montana State side just because of recent performance here in the Big Sky tournament. But I'm definitely will not be betting this game because I have no feel. Both, I mean, these two games, they split, each one at home, with a 3-point game and a 5-point game. I could see it going either way. And so I think that, that line is going to be around that -1.5 either way, -2.5 either way. And I think either way it could go. Each team could win by 3 depending on fouling down the stretch. But I'll pick Montana State here, but this is would be my least confident play of the day.
Kind of like Idaho State here. They're playing good. They're coming in off of a loss. Montana State, by far more experience on the roster, older roster, but Idaho State's been fine. I mean, Dylan Darling's been really fucking good. I know their offense can be kind of bad, but they rebound, they don't foul, they force turnovers, they don't turn the ball over. They shoot free throws really well. I think just rebounding and the ability to make your free throws and force turnovers, not give away possessions. I think that's what'll matter. I think Montana State's they do have a size advantage, but they just don't rebound. They're one of the worst rebounding teams in the conference. Offensive glass, somewhat middle of the road on defense here, but you got Idaho State first in offensive rebounding, third in defensive rebounding here. They've been playing really good. I'll lay it. And then, this is another 1.5. So I'm just going to sit and wait and see what happens with this. These short spreads could very easily flip to the other side, but I'll be on Idaho State. Regardless if they flip or if they stay a favorite, I will still be on Idaho State tomorrow. Dylan Darling, let's go.
Taking all the favorites, Trevor. What could go wrong?
They're favorites for now. A lot can happen in 19 hours. Youngstown State versus Cleveland State. Cleveland State's laying 1.5.
Should be another great game.
Yeah.
I think I got to go to these. We'd have to do a late pump fake pod though, because I'm not missing
all week.
Tuesday's slate is too nice to miss. So
Tuesdays is magical.
Yeah. I work tomorrow and then I'm off the entire rest of the week. I'm off Thursday, Friday next week. So this is my favorite time of year. I just don't work. I just sit on my couch and gamble all day. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Wednesday off just because they're encouraging me to take off some days just cause after my event, working hard. So I'll take off probably Wednesday.
The rest of the week. Be like, yeah, me and the wife are gonna go up north.
Well, I'm already I'm already off in Puerto Rico next week for a terribly timed destination wedding. So I don't want to talk about it. I'm dreading and avoiding it and putting it off. And don't feel good about it. But yeah, I'll probably take Wednesday, Thursday. Friday I already have off. So, oh man, I think I got to go to this. Wofford just moved to +2.5 on DK. Word.
Towson's down to 4.5.
Both teams won on the road in regular season. I think Cleveland State, they've had a luck factor to them, and almost they really just didn't end the season too well. Or I feel like Youngstown State didn't start the season too well, but had a good February, and they did lose the last game, but they were on the road against Northern Kentucky. This Youngstown State team has bothered me, man. They've pissed me off almost. I feel like they constantly every time I bet them, they refuse to score points. But I like Youngstown here on their defense alone. I think their defense can get it done. And they're a good free throw shooting team, better than the Cleveland State on the short spread. And they get to the line more than Cleveland State. And Cleveland State fouls a good amount. Youngstown State still fouls a good amount. But Youngstown State continuously gets to the line. Both teams can force turnovers, where I think that's where the edge in Cleveland State is getting in transition. But we don't see that as much with Youngstown State. So I'll take the Penguins here in Indianapolis. May have to do a late night pump fake pod if I go to these games. So we'll see.
Works for me. Go for it, Elliot.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Go.
You go.
Go.
I'm coming. No, you go. I'm coming at a different angle, I think. So you're good. Go.
All right. I like Cleveland State here. I know they didn't finish the season too well, but Youngstown on the road just hasn't really been a great team. I know they beat Cleveland State on the road by 8, which is also another angle potentially here that I like. Cleveland State just lost to these guys 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, they lost to them. Now they're getting another shot at them. And then Youngstown on the road, they beat Oakland and Detroit outside of that. But other than that, they were losing every game. They only beat Green Bay by 4. And then they lost everything. You beat IU Indy on the road. Congrats. But other than that, they lost every road game. You lost Purdue Fort Wayne. You lost Milwaukee. You lost at home to Cleveland State. And then you lost at Northern Kentucky too. So they beat like the bottom dwellers of this. Outside of that one Cleveland State when they beat the bottom dwellers of the conference on the road and struggled even with Green Bay. So I like Cleveland State here on the neutral. I think their defense is better. Youngstown, they're hit or miss. Like they can show up or they just don't. I think tomorrow's one of those days where the offense kind of struggles. Cleveland State is able to control the glass and control this game. I'll take it. And this total is more of a Cleveland State total anyway. So I'll take Cleveland State on the money line here. Again, I will wait, see if it flips. If it flips, even better. If not, I'll still be on Cleveland State.
Yes. Speaking of totals, I think I'm going to be on the under here, the under 138.5. Both teams very good defensively. Both teams struggle to shoot from the 3. Then you're talking about you're playing your first game on a neutral semifinal game. They might be really tight. Might start slow. You can even look at the first half under potentially. But I see this game in the 60s. I see this more leaning towards a final similar to what they had that previous game at Cleveland State, like a 68-60. Even if you get in the high 60s, 69-68, that still hits the under here. So I think it's more of a first person to score about 65 will win the game. So I think I'm going to be on the under here rather than taking a side. I kind of like the under look. You're muted.
I said, yeah, I like that. I like the first half. I mean, just because in conference tournament games, you never know. You know what I mean? The amount of points. So yeah, I think that first half angles for sure. I may tell you because there's not that many tomorrow, so need more bets.
You can never go to overtime after the first half too, so that would be a better way to do it too. Because I could see this game going to overtime at like 64-64 or something like that.
That'd be awesome if they did that. They go to overtime. They got to first one to make a half court shot gets three more points.
Oh, I kind of also like Zach's angle. Both teams to score under 70.5 plus 170 on DK. That might be a little sprinkle for me too.
Idaho versus Portland State. Portland State's laying 3.5, 142.5 total.
Jacob came in here. That was like his first thing that he said today in the chat. Is he already laid it with Portland State? I think, right?
Yeah, money line. I don't know what he got it at, but
already bet Portland State money line at open. I don't know what it was at open.
Yeah, I'll take Portland State here. Better team. Idaho's definitely a much better team at home as well. Just like Idaho State. They haven't played since January 11th, Saturday. So, February 6th. Idaho's lost twice. I'm not worried about that angle too much. Better teams win. Starch Madness does always have some upsets, but I don't think it happens here. Give me Portland State as well.
Yeah. Charleston, UNC, I got a dip, but I like Wilmington here. They're playing a lot better. Charleston, I just don't like this team. Their defense is suspect. I mean, without Berzovic, this team would be fucking awful. I like Wilmington. They're playing damn good. They just rolled today. I know Hampton kind of came back a little bit, but they never let it get it back to within single digits. They kind of went half-assed and foot off the gas, but once it got to crunch time, 10-point game, they put it right back on. They were drawing fouls. They were aggressive and built that lead back up to like 15 or 16, whatever the hell it was. So I like Wilmington here, laying points. Charleston, just not a fan of. I haven't really been a huge fan of this team all year. They're just suspect defensively. So I'll take Wilmington here. But I will dip. I'm sure I'll be back soon. I don't think it's going to be too long. It's only like 7 games tomorrow. So
Later, boss.
Doodles. I'll be back.
I'll take Wilmington here as well. I think this is similar to Missouri Valley. They want to CAA wants to get their best teams in, and I don't foresee that being Charleston. I know they're the house name, the main brand, the CAA, but I think this UNC Wilmington has a good shot to actually make a run in March. I believe they upset Duke one year as a 13 seed, or I can't remember which team they beat. This is a dangerous team if they get in. Probably as a 12 seed, just like a High Point team. Very dangerous 5-12 matchup. Give me the Hawks here over the Cougs. They're flying above the ground animals and soaring above and getting it done on the short spread.
Yeah, so going back, I know he skipped over this just real quick to get to that game, but I'll be on Portland State as well. I think better defense. I'll take the better defense when it comes down the stretch in crunch time, as we see with, just for example, Alabama. Awesome offense, but what happens when you get into the tournament setting and you play teams that, if you have a bad shooting night, defense carries you. So I think defense can carry Portland State no matter if their offense struggles, which it's done from time to time this year. But I think they can really shut down Idaho. So I'll take Portland State there. And yes, I will also be tailing you. It'll be a triple lock right here with the Seahawks. UNC Wilmington is one of those teams that's won me a lot of money the last 2-3 years, betting on them here in March. So I will be on UNC Wilmington as well. Like Trevor said, this Charleston team is not the Charleston team with the Pat Kelsey at the helm. So I will look to back the Seahawks here, and hopefully that they'll get this win, and potentially I would like to see them in the tournament. I see them more as maybe a 13 seed seed rather than a 12 seed. And they could be a dangerous 13 seed, 12 seed, something like that, like you said. And then the last game that I know we for sure have a line on is Pepperdine versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's is lane 18.5. Kind of weird that's basically the same line that they were getting for the Santa Clara. I mean, it was like 16.5, 17.5 tonight. I personally will probably be on the St. Mary's side. I think that Pepperdine's played three straight days, taking care of business in all 3 of those games. Got the nice upset win, both over Oregon State and Santa Clara. I guess you could say it was an upset against Portland, but not really. I think it comes crashing down here, as Huffer said. The West Coast Conference tournament is set up for the best teams to win, and so that's kind of exactly what's happening here. 4 straight games in 4 days. Now you're facing the St. Mary's defense. I don't think it's going to go very well. I think St. Mary's wins this probably by 30. So I'll take St. Mary's. And look at that. Right when I said they won by 30, Brian comes in and says they're won by 30 as well. So we're doing it.
You got to alternate spread then.
You
for
could
sure. You should.
alt
Fuck
spread
it.
to like 24.5 or something.
Yeah, like 24. Yeah. I bet it'll be like +2 something. You know what? It feels like the right play, but I have to take
You're
Pepperdine.
right. You got to do it.
I can't fucking lay it down. I love betting Pepperdine, and I've been right about them. But guess what? This is the Zoe 101 special edition. They go to Vegas, flirt with it a little bit. They're texting, riding their Jet X around the strip and stuff, and
And then they get pregnant.
then they
And
drink blood.
Crash it
But
down.
they'll make like an awful remake of it, and it's just one of the worst things you'd ever watch, especially as a 27-year-old man when I watched it. Yeah, I'll ride with Pepperdine one last time. It's been fun playing with you on this ship, but this feels like a clamp style session from St. Mary's where they run it, and I don't foresee them not making the championship. So yeah, give me Pepperdine just for the bit though. So
Don't tell me you're gonna bet this.
I'm gonna bet it.
You're betting it?
I'm up 60 units. I'm betting it, man. It's been one of my best college basketball seasons, and Pepperdine's been one of those teams I bet. I'm betting them, man.
At home. I guess here too in the tournament. Yeah. Right.
I bet them against Santa Clara. I was like, that Santa Clara, that phony ass team, never was close to being the top team in the WAC, the West Coast Conference. That phony team. I was so happy to take 16.5 against them. Let's go. Hello, gents, on late 9-6 day with Pepperdine money line, +1,000 underdog money line. Let's go. Zoe 101. I gave out on Wager Talk CB. Let's go. Dusty Bottoms. That's an awesome play. Let's go. +1,000. Hell yeah. Then they're lucky.
I will even
Strip.
even though I'm betting St. Mary's, I'm still gonna root for Pepperdine. I mean, this is one time where I will root for them, and if they pull it out, even if they don't pull it out, but they make it respectable, cool, kudos.
It'll be interesting, we haven't had tournaments where like if an underdog team wins it, but this is one tournament that if an underdog wins it, that spoils one team, and because Gonzaga, St. Mary's, they have to let them in. But so stuff like that I'm excited for this week, seeing an underdog spoil the dreams, kind of like Duquesne did last year in the A-10. I'm not betting money line again. Yeah, probably a good thing. Let's go. Keep riding the wave. Yeah, that's what you do. You got to keep riding the wave until it falls off. And it's all about the waves with Pepperdine, man. Crest and Trows, man. So let's go. This is a good special, man. Zoe 101's playing craps, and she's walking around the Aria, and she sees Chase talking to this girl. She gets all sad, but really Chase was trying to like talk about Zoe, and then they both go in together on a roulette number, and just it's a magical moment for Zoe 101. And then they ride their Jet X, drinking Blicks. They're gambling on blackjack. The people come up, they're like, "Do you want any drinks? Like, do you have any Blicks? Like, just in bottles? We just want Blicks in bottles."
Jesus.
All right, I'm off my tirade there. Do we have lines for the Southland tournament yet?
I was just looking.
I don't see
nothing yet.
If anyone sees any Southland tournament lines, let us know. Other than that,
what we'll do is pull these up.
Oh, look at you! You're behind the scenes now. Look at you.
Had to be, man. Had to be, because I was pulling up some stuff.
Hell yeah! Let's go. Oh, look! ESPN's talking about Pepperdine right now, but little do they know, they would never talk about Zoe 101 and stuff.
So first bracket, you want to just go straight into you want to talk about ACC first? This is the first one of the 5 or 6 that I created.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's the worst. We might as well get rid of the worst first, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
So it doesn't look quite as good as you.
Hey, I'm proud of you, and I want to thank you for stepping in while I was out dealing with things and whatnot. So it looks great. Looks great. Good blueprint. Forget the prettiness of it all. At least you got the meat and potatoes done, unlike me. Stepping up. That's what teamwork makes the dream work, my friend.
All right. Can everybody see that?
It's kind of small. It's kind of small a little bit. If you want to zoom in, just zoom in. Screw it.
So tomorrow or Tuesday, March 11th, we got these sets of games right there. Let me pull up the odds.
So tomorrow we got get rid of this. Hold on, let me get rid of this banner.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
And yes, I just saw we did lay it with Towson, Jacob. I know the Blue Hens have been hot, but
what's the game at the top? Oh, sorry.
Game at the top, Notre Dame, Pittsburgh. So this
there's
one,
no
game at the top right here.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So there's no games tomorrow. These will start Tuesday, March 11th. So these are the 3 games that are on Tuesday, March 11th.
Perfect. Good shit. Yeah, lay it with Towson though too, for sure. And shout out Jacob. Jacob, good stuff, man. Appreciate you. Hope all is well. Thanks for the Notre Dame, Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech. I'm trying to just see maybe like future wise. Yeah, do you got odds and stuff?
Yep, I'm pulling them up right now. Sorry.
NC State wins the tournament last year. Virginia Tech wins the year before that. Kind of in an upset fashion. They were a good underdog. I did not have NC State, but I had Virginia Tech the year before that winning.
Yeah, so we got. So Duke is the heavy favorite, minus 320. Then you have second is Louisville plus 550, Clemson plus 700, and then you have North Carolina plus 3,000, SMU plus 6,000, Wake Forest plus 7,500. And
damn, FanDuel's got higher odds on all those guys.
Do they?
But,
and then you have at 250 to 1, you have Virginia Tech, Virginia, Stanford, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, Florida State, 300 to 1, Syracuse, Notre Dame, California.
When you started doing that, it reminded me of when I was like, we all know the ACC sucks. I'm not taking any 250 to 1. If I would have to, it'd be none of them. It'd be Florida State for the sake of Leonard Hamilton and that they get SMU.
Agree. Virginia Tech is actually playing pretty well down the stretch. I think that they could, if they beat Cal, they get Stanford, and then they play Louisville, which I know, Louisville is very good. But that's another interesting team in that first day. I know they're the highest rated seed there, but they were playing a lot better down the stretch. But I don't think I'm going to bet any of them just because of the way that it's set up. I mean, you got to win 5 games in 5 days. NC State did it last year, right? Or were they only 4?
I think NC State did it last year. Yeah, but they might have played the second game, but
yeah.
I kind of got an interesting one. What's your thought on? I feel a little obligated to sprinkle Wake Forest at plus 8,500, considering they just only have 3 games to win.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they have to go play Duke, and Duke's the heavy favorite for a reason. But with those odds, plus 8,500. I was looking at SMU as well too at plus 6,500. Just those stuck out to me. I don't think North Carolina has it the will. This team can get it done. I think they saw the writing on the wall at home, and at least they tried, like that meme that was going around or whatever from the girl in the crowd. saw people hating on that. You know what? I respect
Yeah.
her. So give me Wake Forest, I think, on the sprinkle for my first one, plus 8,500. I know that they suck, but crazy shit's happened in the ACC. And this team, with only needing 3 games to win, and they're out without winning those 3 games, I don't know. Let's see if Steve Forbes can get his team to step up for once in his life.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. I think that's definitely is a good sprinkle there. Because like you said, they probably take on I think they can take care of Notre Dame, Pittsburgh, or North Carolina there. Especially if if North Carolina gets beat or if they play North Carolina. I'll look at going down at the bottom though, and I'll look at probably playing a unit on each Louisville and Clemson. And then what I would hope for on the top is that Duke would get clipped off. And then if Duke gets clipped off somehow before the championship game, it would set me up for a good hedge opportunity because both Louisville or Clemson would be favored of whoever's there in the championship game. I think it's pretty favorable for, if you look down at the bottom, for Louisville, Clemson, one of those two to come out of it. SMU's kind of phony, as we said. I think that, Florida State, yeah, they could maybe make a run, but I don't see them getting past both Clemson and Louisville. And then that top portion, I'm not very super impressed with Stanford. So I might tend to do that. You get a plus 550, a plus 700. And if they make the championship game and somehow Duke doesn't, Duke gets upset, they're in that first round matchup or second round, in the semis, you set yourself up for a pretty good hedge opportunity. Or I guess you could, if Duke does go, they're going to probably be favored. You could let it ride, or maybe look at a live hedge, or even just take Duke for 2 units or something and get your money back. And then I don't know, but that'd probably be what I would look at.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wake Forest, and then I'm gonna go Clemson as well. They've had some magic in March. I think that they can get it done. Interesting path for teams. I think we could. Yeah, I like the angles on, maybe Florida State even gets their upset win against SMU too. Easier win for Clemson. That I would love to see that Louisville Clemson matchup. That's for damn sure. It'll be interesting to see the West Coast teams out here as well too. See how they fare. Next ACC tournament in Palo Alto.
Is it?
No, I'm just making a joke.
I was about to say that would be not fair.
No, just making a joke. All right. Any other last thoughts? I mean, I can't lay my money with Duke.
Hell no, not 300 minus 320. No, thank you.
Way.
You good? I'll move on to the Big 12.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's do it.
All right. We can maybe talk. This is kind of a funky-ish bracket. Can't get them all, but there's basically 2 of the same ones. But we can talk about kind of this top portion right here, the top 2. So
are you going?
Yep. I'll be here. K-State plays at 6 on Tuesday. Most likely we'll just go to the night session there. It'd be Arizona State, K-State, and then UCF, Utah.
That'll be sick.
I'll go to that second session, but I won't go to the first session. I'll be working on Tuesday, unfortunately. And then kind of
they got a good draw, man. K-State.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. They definitely do. I don't obviously. We'll see what happens. We're talented enough to win against some of these teams, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, shoot, I would think that we'd have a good chance against Arizona State, but we just lost Arizona State by 9 at home. So I guess you just never know. But here, I will be on Iowa State. Is going to be probably the the one that I will for sure be playing, I'm going to play a full unit on Iowa State to win. They call this in the Sprint Center here in Kansas City, they call it Hilton South because there's ridiculous amount of Iowa State fans that are either in Kansas City, around Kansas City, or travel for this tournament. I mean, it is a sea of red. And I think they're getting healthy. They're finally getting healthy at the right time. Everything's kind of clicking again. I just saw them in person in Manhattan on Saturday. We didn't play very well, but partly was due to Iowa State, just their defense. They've kind of upped the intensity on defense, forcing all their turnovers. And this is probably the best scoring Iowa State team that I've seen since Otzelberger's got there. I mean, they've had good defensive teams and very athletic teams, but offensively they can really score the ball. They've got a couple guys: Curtis Jones, Momchilovic, Jefferson, and then they got the guy from I forget his last name, Deshaun something. He's from Charlotte, the transfer, big center. He's a banger down low. So they can kind of stylistically match up with anybody here in the Big 12 and getting kind of a home court advantage. You would think it would be KU or K-State, but man, I hate to say that Iowa State fans, they travel, they get rowdy, and this is truly, if they get into the semifinals and finals on that Friday and Saturday, it's going to be a lot of Iowa State fans, especially if KU or K-State aren't in the semifinals or finals. So I'll be on Iowa State.
Yeah, I like that. My only concern is they win it back-to-back years. I don't know, but there definitely is a home angle. I'll get juicy here, and I will pick Houston. Just a full unit, not a sprinkle. Just to see. I'll take the plus money now while we can.
It's minus 105 on DK. What do you got on FanDuel?
Plus 105 right now.
Okay.
So looking like some better odds for futures here on FanDuel.
Yeah, and if anybody else in the chat is on a different book and they see better future prices, feel free to drop them. It'd be appreciated. I've got a lot of books here at my disposal here in Kansas, so I'll be kind of flipping to see which will get the best price. But I think.
I think Iowa State's like a good team. I think they're a dangerous. Going to be like a dangerous top seed. I can't believe it. It's crazy looking back at January and saying they'd be the 5th seed in this tournament.
I know, and the fact that they get. I mean, BYU is a 4 seed
in the tournament, probably right 5, 6. Yeah,
BYU is a 4 seed. I mean, that's in this Big 12. I feel like Iowa State's going to get revenge off of that double overtime loss to BYU if they can get past that Oklahoma State Cincinnati winner. You look down at the bottom, though. Like you said, I do like K-State's draw. I mean, just personally as a fan, we get Arizona State, we get Baylor. Baylor finally Scott Drew finally beat Jerome Tang this year. Was 0-3, now he's 1-3. I think that with Onjanuma out for Baylor sets up kind of a problem if Hawkins can stay healthy. I think that we can kind of take advantage down low against Baylor. And then at Texas Tech, they're kind of – we dropped that game. We lost by 4 at home there in Manhattan. I feel like we could get them. And then, as you see, we've basically beaten everybody else there on the bottom. Kansas, Arizona. If one of the top come out, we beat both of those teams. So I like our matchup. I really was hoping we could get Iowa State because I really was hoping we would not have to play this first round and have to play the 4 games and now 5 games in 5 days. But I will say I hate to say it, KU has got a decent path, and they're plus 1,300. They're on the opposite side of Houston and Iowa State. They would play Arizona if they got past UCF, Utah. They just beat Arizona. Obviously, it's a semi kind of home game for KU. Then you would get Texas Tech potentially. They also lost to Texas Tech in Allen Fieldhouse. I could see some Bill Self voodoo Couple years ago, Bill Self had his heart attack right before this tournament.
Yep.
Everything since then's kind of changed, but I think it maybe could come full circle here, and KU could kind of go on a little bit of run when it's least expected. And I say it, KU at plus 1,300 is pretty. It's a pretty nice price.
Yeah, you read my mind. I think I was going to take Houston and Kansas on that. I liked having 2 picks on separate sides of the bracket, and so I will do a unit on Kansas as well too. Still like the plus 1,200, and just leave it to Kansas for blowing most of the season for them to just randomly kind of pull off this kind of type of run in Kansas City. So that's good for me on the Big 12.
Yep, good for me as well. Next one I got on the docket would be the Conference USA. Little interesting bracket, I will say. I can get them all in there. So kind of a weird little wonky thing, but basically you got Tuesday, you got these first 2 games, and then you got the 1 and 2 seeds play on Wednesday. And then Thursday is the quarterfinals. It's weird how it's kind of set up. You got like 2 days of quarterfinals.
Yeah, where is this tournament again played?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay. My phone died. I had all my futures up there, the odds up there, so the books. So
I'm scrolling down to get the odds right now. Looks like I got, obviously I'm on DK, so it might be a little bit better priced over there on FanDuel, but Liberty to win is plus 115. Then you got New Mexico State at plus 500, Middle Tennessee at plus 600, Jacksonville State at plus 800, Louisiana Tech at plus 1,200, Kennesaw State at plus 1,400, Western Kentucky 2,200, UTEP 2,500, Sam Houston 60 to 1, and FIU 250 to 1.
the Jacksonville State one stands out to me a little bit.
I agree. Especially because
Let's go.
Mexico State is plus 500, and then they have to play Liberty up there in the top bracket. Jacksonville State, on the other hand, they play the winner of Western Kentucky FIU. Then they get to play two teams that I personally don't think are very good in Middle Tennessee State and Louisiana Tech. Those are two teams that I feel like are good at home. And so, on this neutral, I think the Jacksonville State can, they win two games, they get into the conference tournament finals. And they're plus 800. I really like that, I think.
Yeah, I like Jacksonville State. I kind of like that bottom half of the bracket. I don't want to lay it with Liberty. I think that bottom half of the bracket can get it done. I do think Middle Tennessee and Louisiana Tech's a good team. I'll probably just only lock up Jacksonville State, though, at this tournament. I think they're a solid team. What a wonky bracket, huh?
Yeah, it's really wonky. I don't understand it. It's weird how, I guess you favor the 1 and 2 seed because you give them the extra day of rest in between. So you have, Liberty and Jacksonville State play on Wednesday against the winners of the opening round games on Tuesday. Then they get Thursday off and get to watch their opponents play. And then you have the Friday, Saturday finish. So, I guess maybe that's why they kind of set it up that way. It's just crazy that Middle Tennessee State and Jacksonville State plus 600, plus 800. You got to win two games, and you're there.
Yep.
Same goes with Kennesaw State and New Mexico State, but I would personally favor to go with Kennesaw State rather than New Mexico State because of the price. New Mexico State's plus 500. Kennesaw State's almost triple that at plus 1,400.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I might.
A lot of faith in New Mexico in the books.
I know. Same with Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, I'll go Jacksonville State. Whoa, this is different. FanDuel's got New Mexico State plus 950. You got a misprice over there in your land?
Maybe. You got DK plus 500 here.
It's Liberty plus 110, Middle Tennessee plus 600, Jacksonville State plus 750. Yeah, I'll take.
If that's a misprice,
I'll take New Mexico State just based on that alone. Then
I would take New Mexico State on your line, the plus 950.
Yeah, I just did. I'll do New Mexico State and Jacksonville State. Those are my two bets here for the Conference USA tournament. Just half units.
Yeah, that's way different.
That's crazy.
Yep. That's why we always say shop around.
All right, well, we got 2 more left, and then we'll finish the rest tomorrow then, pretty much, right?
Yep. 3 left, actually. The MAAC, the SWAC, and the WAC.
Hell yeah, we'll do these 3, and then we'll finish off the P5s tomorrow for the Mega Tuesday show. It may be late, too, like I said, because I could be going to the game. I probably won't be, though. We'll see.
Yeah, and I know Britt in the chat had asked about the A10. So tomorrow we'll touch base on these 6 right here. Or 7. The American, Atlantic 10, Big East, 8 actually, Big 10, Big West, MAAC, Mountain West, and SEC, because they'll tip off on officially on Wednesday. But going back to the MAAC.
Shout out Elliot for doing this. All right.
Neutral site the entire time. I have to say that because the WAC is a little wacky. But Atlantic City, New Jersey, whole tournament's in Atlantic City. I can't quite get in this last one. Can I? That's good enough.
I don't really have any lines for this tournament.
So I got Merrimack at plus 260, Quinnipiac at plus 290, Manhattan plus 600, Iona plus 600, Mount St. Mary's plus 950, Sacred Heart plus 1100, Marist plus 1200, Siena plus 1600, Ryder plus 5,000, and Fairfield 100 to 1.
100 to 1, but Fairfield's bad.
Oh yeah, except I was on the money line against Quinnipiac. That was nice. And then Crutch, of course, has to shout out his alma mater and be on the Marist Red Foxes.
Let's go! Come on, Marist. It is a good draw for them. What was Marist's line odds?
Plus 1,200. It's funny that Sacred Heart is the 7 seed and has better odds than Marist. Okay, Crutch, that sounds good. I can just send me whatever. I'll text you.
Merrimack was in the NEC last year. Now they're in the MAAC. This is interesting. Very interesting. St. Peter's won last year. Iona obviously won it. St. Peter's won it when they made the run. This tournament's always got some random runs to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Is interesting. Manhattan is an interesting team. I like Manhattan. I think they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, I feel like Manhattan being in the top portion is actually good for them. I think that they match up better against Quinnipiac than they would against Merrimack.
I kind of like Manhattan there.
Yeah, I almost feel like I would want to go Manhattan at plus 600 and then Marist at plus 1,200. Have one in each of the halves of the conference. I
like that. I like that.
I would like Sacred Heart, but I think they just have to play one extra game. If they play that one extra game, they beat MAAC and then they'd have to probably beat Marist back to back. I think that's a tough draw for them. But I do like how they're playing as of late. But I think that angle. I think Manhattan. I'm pretty sure didn't Manhattan just beat Iona, or was that Siena that beat Iona?
I'm gonna do while you look that up. I'm gonna do Manhattan and MAAC. I think another 2 half units here. I like the price on Manhattan, so I'll go for that. I think MAAC, they got a solid team.
Can MAAC play now? Are they officially cleared now?
They were eligible last year and they lost the NEC. So
that's right.
They missed out by a year. So
yeah, Manhattan played Siena last, not Iona.
Look who it is.
It is I.
Dude, well, we're talking about the MAAC.
While you're gone.
See that? Huh?
There's been like 6 line flips while you're gone, dude.
Really?
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I don't know.
Well, so funny.
Yeah. We're talking the MAAC conference tournament.
MAAC.
This is Crutch's conference.
He's a Marist guy, though. He's biased. I already see him saying roll damn Foxes.
I mean, they are plus 1,200. I'm hitting them, but at plus 1,200.
That's a good price. I'm also biased to MAAC, so I mean, I guess throw what I say out the window, I guess.
I mean, MAAC, they do have the best player. I will say that.
Bud Clark, maybe.
You got anything on this one, Trev?
I was just going to look at this. Manhattan's been pretty hot. What's their – they got
600?
Iona.
600? I can read them off. MAAC plus 260, Quinnipiac plus 290, Manhattan plus 600, Iona plus 600, Mount St. Mary's plus 950, Sacred Heart plus 1,100, Marist plus 1,200, Siena plus 1,600, Ryder 50 to 1, Fairfield 100 to 1.
Yeah, I think I might go Manhattan. They've played pretty well. I don't like Tobin Anderson or trust that team. And then Quinnipiac, they played Manhattan recently, and it was a 1-2 possession game, something like that. It was pretty damn close. And Manhattan's now coming into the conference tournament, playing pretty good. What's Quinnipiac done lately here? Quinnipiac. Yeah, they've lost 2 of the last 3. They just lost to Fairfield too. Lost to MAAC on the road.
They were sitting some starters though.
Against Fairfield?
Yeah.
Oh, I was unaware of that. Well, regardless, probably still should have at least won that game. But I think taking Manhattan up top, getting 6-1, just got to win 2 games to find yourself in the championship here. I know Quinnipiac, number 1 in the conference, but they've kind of slipped a little bit lately. I know they've been playing tight games too. St. Peter's was a 5-point win. Manhattan beat them by 3. Iona, 5-point game. Sacred Heart, 9-point game. They gave up 90 points also. Lost to Niagara prior to that. So they've kind of been playing some tight games here, losing games. So I think Manhattan in a spot they just played them too recently. I think they could pop up for that. And then the bottom one, I think you got to go with like MAAC or something. They're just playing really good. You got the best player. They play great defense. Their offense has been a lot better this year too. I think this could easily be like a MAAC Manhattan final here. To be honest, I don't think Quinnipiac's going to make it.
Yep, I was up there with you on Manhattan up at the top, but I was on Marist at the bottom. So I'm on Manhattan Marist plus 600 plus 1,200.
Well, I'm on the same too as Trevor, Manhattan and MAAC. So.
Cool.
As we were talking, I was laughing when you came in and said the same too. I saw you were intrigued about Manhattan. I called that immediately at that price. So
6-1. Quinnipiac hasn't looked hot, so that you can easily get past them, and you just played too. So little familiarity. Quinnipiac looking vulnerable, and MAAC. Again, just defense in their offense, and they got the best player. Let's go Warriors, man.
All right, what's next?
SWAC.
SWAC.
Oh God, the SWAC. Yeah, obligatory sprinkle on Miss Valley,
Texas
right?
Southern.
Not even in it.
No, you got obligatory sprinkle on Texas Southern. They always win this tournament.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying long shots. Actually, not even what's a moon shot, Miss Valley, but it doesn't look like they're even in.
They didn't make it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they don't. They don't take everybody in this conference.
Nope.
Got it.
So we got Southerns plus 165, Jackson State plus 370, Texas Southern plus 600, Bethune-Cookman plus 650, Alabama State 650 as well, Alcorn State plus 1200, Florida A&M plus 1800, Grambling at plus 3500, Prairie View 180 to 1, and Alabama A&M at 300 to 1.
I will be just locking up Texas Southern on FanDuel plus 700. It's just an obligatory bet. They, for some reason, always win the SWAC. They did it with my boy Mike Davis, and they have done it without him since. So I'll do that, and may even sprinkle Alcorn State. So I'm just going to do Texas Southern for this.
Yeah, I'll be on Texas Southern. I think plus 600 or plus 700. I'll shop around. I'll get the best price there. I like that. They got a tough first round matchup with Alabama State, though. I will say, but I'll take Texas Southern here. And then if I was looking at the bottom, I kind of like FAMU. I know they got to play an extra game, but they've been playing really good as of late. Have had some close losses down the stretch as well. And first year head coach there at FAMU. We always look at those first year head coaches. They're just going to continue to get their teams better and better and better because they've only had them for a year now, or almost a year now. So they're expect them to be playing their best ball down the stretch. So FAMU at plus 1800, I wouldn't mind sprinkling a little bit on that, just to have somebody on that bottom half of the bracket.
I don't hate Florida A&M. They've been playing pretty damn good lately. I know they've lost, but they played Southern really tight. 1 point loss to Bethune-Cookman. And then Alabama State also a 1 point loss. And they beat the Grambling boys. That's a tall task sometimes against my Grambling boys. But, yeah, they played tight. They've had some 1 point, 2 point losses here lately. I think them playing tight against those guys, now you're going to potentially get another shot at some of these guys. I like it. Not to mention they've beaten Jackson State. So, I mean, that's who they'll have to face. And then Bethune-Cookman was a 1 point loss. Alcorn, they beat also. So I think you're onto something there with FAMU. They've been fine lately. Just couple tough beats, but they get a ball to bounce their way once or twice extra, and they win those games. So I'll take FAMU with you on that bottom side. Then top side, yes, Southern always wins, but Alabama State's been playing tough too. I think one of those two teams is whoever's comes out of that matchup is going to make the final here.
Yeah, I think that's a good call on the Southern Alabama State for sure. I don't mind Alcorn either, to be honest, but I'm just going to bet Texas Southern. So. All right, last one for the night, and then we'll finish the rest tomorrow.
Yep, and this one is all again neutral site, all in Atlanta, Georgia. Just FYI, if anybody was wondering. The WAC. Only thing that's a little wacky about this one is this first round matchup is actually in St. George. It's at campus of Southern Utah, so another Southern Utah-Dixie State rivalry game that you got coming up on Tuesday, and then your quarterfinals and beyond are in Las Vegas at the Orleans Arena. Played it Wednesday and Thursday quarterfinals. They split it up two games each day, and then you got Friday and Saturday. And looking at the WAC, I got Grand Canyon at plus 130, Utah Valley plus 240, Seattle plus 500, Cal Baptist plus 600, Abilene Christian plus 1900, UT Arlington plus 3,000, Tarleton State plus 8,000, Utah Tech 180 to 1, Southern Utah 300 to 1.
What was Grand Canyon's price?
Plus 130.
Utah Valley was +2, you said?
Plus 240.
240. I mean, I'm going to sprinkle Tarleton State just for the shits and gigs. Come on, just for the shits and gigs. What's Seattle's price? They've been playing much better.
Plus 500.
What's Arlington?
Do you guys listen?
My bad.
Plus 3,000. I'm just kidding.
I can't fucking
30-1. Yes, I'm
all
in.
those names and stuff when I don't have it up. I just didn't have lines for it.
You're good.
Yeah, I was looking
I'm
over
just
at the
messing with you.
bracket.
I'll sprinkle Tarleton State. I'm gonna shop around right now. I'm gonna find one.
I think it's just crazy that freaking Utah Valley's plus 240. They're the best team in the damn conference.
Yeah, they're not favored. And Grand Canyon's got that name brand, but Tyon Grant Foster's been out. He hasn't been playing. They did just lose to Abilene, so maybe they're coming a little pissed off here. But
I will say it's in Vegas. The Grand Canyon faithful will be there, loud and proud. This is going to be, it's your typical conference tournament. If in Vegas, Gonzaga and Grand Canyon will travel, and it'll be a damn near home game.
Yep. I'm gonna take Tarleton, and I know it's on the same side of the bracket, but I'll take Grand Canyon full unit, Tarleton sprinkle, and try to ride out that bottom half of the bracket into the finals.
Hell yeah! And shout out to Veta. She went to the WAC championship game last year. She said,
"Hell yeah,
that's freaking awesome." Of course,
it's the least surprising thing I've heard today. Yeah, I don't mind a UT Arlington potentially. I know they haven't played good, but Grand Canyon, I get they'll have people there, but I think there's a whole lot of name bias in there. If they can beat Grand Canyon, I mean, they got Tarleton and Cal Baptist to come out of the bottom. I think they can easily beat both of those. Well, not easily. I think they can beat both of those teams. Then you're sitting with an Arlington championship ticket for that. And then on the top half, I don't hate that Seattle, but Abilene Christian's been looking at me a little funny. I know they're pretty atrocious, but they defend the three pretty well, which is where you can really get killed. They force turnovers. Outside of that, on metric wise, they don't do much well, but they're coming in hot. I mean, they lost at Tarleton State, then to Utah Valley. They got blown out in both those games. Otherwise, they've won. They beat Seattle, beat Arlington, beat Grand Canyon. They've had some good wins, and they're sitting here. Was this 7-2 in their last 9 to end the season also. And I think that Grand Canyon win was a huge momentum and energy booster for them. So I don't need Abilene Christian or Arlington probably for me.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna definitely sprinkle Tarleton State down at the bottom just because I love Billy Gillespie, and why not? If they can get that first win, anything can happen in that semifinal game. And then I'll be on Utah Valley plus 240 for what obviously you've seen that they're the best team in the conference this year. As of what they've played so far, they're the number 1 seed, and I'm getting plus 240. I'm almost getting double of that of Grand Canyon. I'll take Utah Valley plus the 240. I don't mind Abilene Christian either, but I'll just stick with one on each side.
Yeah.
All
Ideally,
right.
we get both our tickets sitting there in the championship game and making money no matter what.
Don't even got to bet anything.
Yep. You just root for your bigger championship ticket.
All right, that's good stuff. We'll finish the rest of those tomorrow. Yeah, do our favorite.
Tomorrow will probably be a longer show. Tomorrow, I'm guessing will probably be a longer show. All the games for Tuesday and then doing those conference tournaments. Oh, we lost Huff. Oh, never mind. Here we are. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Yeah, if we want to do the fave. Who wants to start?
I'll take.
Pepperdine's up to 20.5 already.
I'll take Furman. Oh, let it ride. Let's go. I'm taking Pepperdine. So I want to one, baby.
You taking Furman, you said?
Yeah, I'll take Furman. Money line.
I'll go UNC Wilmington.
You bastard. Spread or money line?
Spread, but if you want that one, I'll do Towson.
Well, I was going to choose Towson anyway.
There you go.
Look at that, boys. All right.
Let me look through real quick, see if we've got any lines that popped up.
That equals out to plus 508.
There you go.
I do have a line for Texas A&M Corpus Christi against Northwestern State. Corpus Christi's lane 4.5. Over under is 130.5.
That's so disrespectful to the Demons. It's fucking demon time tomorrow.
I'm gonna make this real quick. If anybody wants to talk about it,
I will. I'm taking Corpus Christi. Northwestern State was a 14 seed in 2005. Who'd they beat?
2005.
I'm going to guess Wisconsin just because you asked that question. My brain doesn't remember back that far.
Baylor.
It was Steve Alford's Iowa team with Adam
Oh,
Haluska.
shit.
Baylor,
Not the right conference.
Baylor was ass in the early 2000s. They were
Yeah, they had problems.
until about like 2009, 2008.
Scott Drew saved that program.
Yeah, 100%. Yep, Danny Dumbshit knew. Let's go.
God damn it, Washington State.
I'll take Corpus Christi here. Northwestern State did end the year hot. And they only played once, if I'm correct, too. Yeah, they only played once. I think Corpus Christi, better team, better defense. I like defense in conference championships. I think they get it done with the foul game and win. I think it is closer than not a blowout, but give me the better team here in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, I'm taking the Demons. It's demon time tomorrow. Northwestern State, they can shoot free throws. They can rebound. They do have a little turnover issue, but they shoot free throws 74% for 64% for Corpus Christi. They get to the free throw line. They rebound and they can shoot threes, respectable 35%. So, I mean, they won't have a size advantage that might hurt them a little bit, but I'm not going to lay 4.5 points to the team that shoots 64% from the free throw line. So, I mean, if it's a tight game, you're going to rely on a 64% team to make clutch free throws to pull this game, stretch it, and get the cover. So I'll take the Demons. I think they're live to win, but this 4.5, I think they'll lose this game by like 3-4 points, something like that. I think it's pretty well spot on, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll be on Northwestern State here as well. I think it's a little bit too many points. I think this probably is a 2 to 3 point game. I don't see it, or even 4. I just don't see Texas A&M Corpus Christi winning by more than 5. So I'll take the points here. And then the other one I got is Incarnate Word. Nicholls State is lane 4.5 against Incarnate Word. Over under 138.5.
Danny Dumbshit, I was at that game. Yep, it was in Detroit. Yep, let's go. I'm gonna take both favorites minus 4.5. One of them will get them done. Nicholls State, good team. Incarnate Word. I like Incarnate Word. They're a good team. Word up, but Nicholls clamps. I'm taking both better defensive teams. Nicholls off of a 12-point loss too on the road where they put up their least amount of points ever in the Southland Conference. So I expect them to get their offense rejuvenated and win this game on defense alone.
Yeah. Oh shit. What I'm gonna do for this one, I'm pretty sure these two played on MLK Day. Wasn't there like a little bit of a scuffle in that game? I can't remember 100%, but I think there was a little.
I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. Way back there. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like this game's gonna be tight. It's gonna be officiated tightly. You know, they're not gonna let shit slide. They're gonna be making sure everyone's being chill. No ridiculous fouls. No bullshit. I don't honestly hate a freaking over in this game, but I don't want to bet a total. So if I had to pick, I'll pick the dog. I think this game's going to be tight. I think, you know, those two playing and hating each other, I think the energy is going to be kicked up a notch in this game, and I think it's just going to be back and forth, real tight all the way through. And, you know, Word bounced back pretty nice after that Northwestern State loss with that big win today. So I'll take the Cardinals or whatever catching the 4.5.
Yeah, I'll be on Hitler here. I'll take Nicholls State minus the 4.5. Incarnate Word just got a good win against Sela in overtime. Hard fought win. I was on Sela, so that was unfortunate, but good win for Incarnate Word. I just don't think that they are going to be able to repeat that again a second day in a row. So I'll be on Nicholls State here. I like Huff's angle of, you know, their lowest output of in the Southland, and now they turn around and play Incarnate Word off of an overtime game against Sela tonight. So yeah, I'll look to back Nicholls here. I think they win this pretty comfortably.
All right. And Cup of Joe, are we laying it with Bob Morris? I am. I don't think they are, though. I forget. But excuse me, I am laying the 2.5. I actually already bet it.
I'm laying it with Bob Morris as well.
Perfect. Well, I guess that'll do it, unless you guys got anything else.
I was seeing this.
Appreciate you guys.
Quick.
Also, keep commenting on the YouTube channel. We'll do the live show 101 merch contest. We'll do that for hitting the 1K. So we'll have the wheels spin on live, and we will have a Selection Sunday show watch party. We'll probably do it around 5:30 Eastern. So that way we can beat. It's normally at 6 Eastern, so we'll have like a 30-minute wheel. So yeah, look at that. Keep commenting so we can get it up. Amazing stuff here. So keep commenting. We'll send over the 101 merch. Make sure you get in there. All the people in the chat, get in there. Comment on the actual video itself. Your favorite basketball player growing up. So
yep.
And then, yeah, 5:30 Eastern on Sunday, Selection Sunday watch party. We may have a couple guests, maybe all just hanging out, watching the bracket unveil and giving some early takes better than Seth Davis could or any of those other pansies.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So we will catch you guys tomorrow, probably around the same time, maybe a little earlier. Not sure, but we'll figure it out. But we will get her done. All right. Catch you guys tomorrow. Toodles.